That's an alley-oop I guarantee you we'll be seeing on the highlight reels for the next few days.
And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. LeBron kicks to Love. Another miss by Love. Well, you knew something was amiss with Durant last year. They eventually shut him down for the entire season after he was injured, which was the safe thing to do, and Greg, the right thing to do.
Absolutely. When you have a franchise player trying to work back from injury, no need to try and get a few more games from him at the risk of derailing his career.
Thompson. And Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. First quarter, just over a minute played. The shot's good from Love.
For Durant, KD did try to return last season, but that foot just wouldn't cooperate, and that's when they had to shut him down.
Now here's Rose. The baseline J. And the shot falls short this time. Cavaliers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
One last thing with Durant's foot. Foot injuries can be a scary thing in the NBA. Along with knees, those are the injuries you don't want to risk anything with.
Here is Rose. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Howard, the pass to Durant. Wade from outside. Another miss by Wade. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Irving with the ball. Wade picks him up. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his first foul. Feeds to Irving. There's the triple. Cannot hit. And New York the other way now.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look. And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the layup. Irving's got his second basket.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Here is Durant. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Shot clock at 3 from outside the arc. And it's Wade again missing. Cavaliers leading.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Anthony can't hit. Cavaliers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Irving attacking. Smith for 3. Smith missing again. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Wade dishes to Howard. Rebound Love.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Outside Irving. Love kicks to Smith to the middle, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
Now here's Thomas. Here's Howard. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy, one of the most physically imposing players in our league, and yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
And Cleveland making a change here. Mozgov's checked in. Shumpert with it. Now guarded by Aflalo. Off the pick. Shumpert passes to Mozgov. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
And the Knicks miss again. And for Howard, his parents raised him to keep a smile on his face and stay upbeat and remain positive. He's done all those things and still competed in the rough and tumble world of pro basketball.
Yeah, and yet some of his peers and contemporaries have gone at him. Durant, for instance, Kobe Bryant called him soft. Byron Scott questioned his desire. Guys go about their work in different manners.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end. That's exactly why you don't leave your feet until the shooter elevates. He went for that pump fake, hook, line, and sinker.
They set the pick. Shumpert against Aflalo. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. Rebound by Williams.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Now here's James. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And that one's good, Shumpert.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
The three from Aflalo. And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room to...
I think it's another level I can go to.
Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with his new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple of years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
Kevin Love out there with Iman Shumpert. Then there's Channing Frye. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Irving at the point. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on. As the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were on, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there in New York. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Frye. And Smith subbed in for Iman Shumpert. And New York with a change here, too. Durant's checked in.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Knicks trail by 14. Right side Rose. Oh, and here comes Smith all alone. That's good. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Cleveland?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
The Cavaliers leading by 16. Kicks it to Dellavedova. Love in the post. Anthony on him. Love with the screen on Wade. All sorts of time, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
How about that screen by Love? That was a wall.
The Knicks shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. The drive by Wade. Dishes it to Durant. And he gets it to go. Durant's got 7 points in the game.
You know, it's hard not to think of great shooting when you think of Kevin Durant. What he's really worked on over the past few years, though, is his playmaking. He's averaging 4 to 5 assists a game these days. Impressive.
And the whistle stops gameplay. It's not a clean block shot, instead a shooting foul, and we'll see free throws coming up right here. The Cavaliers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Getting back to Durant's playmaking, it's something we've seen Jordan do. It's something we've seen Kobe, master. It helps those guys win championships.
Yeah, scoring yourself is great,